name's Vikki. I am a mum of two little girls, aged 5 and 7. And I came to see Howard because since I was 16, I have been petrified of flying. Before the appointment, I was very apprehensive. I've seen other hypnotherapists, tapping therapists for flying before, and they hadn't solved my issue or had only solved it on the flight out. But on the flight back, I was kind of 10 times worse. So I was a bit, is it really going to work? But I thought it was definitely worth a shot. The session with Howard was actually fun, which I was surprised about. We had a bit of a giggle. I wasn't really aware of, what was going on. It was just very engaged, and we were talking a lot, doing different exercises. And yeah, I just kind of feel like it was relaxed and informal, and at times, weirdly enough, fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I did one session with Howard, and then I took away a download, which I listened to probably 3 or 4 times before the first flight. And it just kind of crept up on me. I was in the airport, wasn't anxious, was with my kids, kind of standing to get on the plane, didn't feel anxious. Normally I'm like sweating and I can't talk to anybody and I'm really stressing out. And in the past I've had to take medication, like before I've got on the plane I've had to take it. Didn't take anything, got on the plane and just like never felt panicked. Normally I feel trapped. The minute I get on the plane I feel panicked, I feel trapped. I didn't feel like that at all. And then as we took off, which is normally like my worst bit, where I'm like counting to 30 because someone once told me that like after 30 seconds it's suddenly safe to be on a plane. I was looking out the window. I was like really like, oh wow, that's amazing. Look how the plane's turning. Honestly, I got up to go to the toilet a couple of times. I never do that on a plane. I played card games with my children. And look, I'll be honest, it wasn't like the best thing I've ever had in my life. There was a time where it got a teeny bit bumpy and I felt nervous, but at no point did I feel panicked. At no point did I have a panic attack. It felt like normal nerves that people would feel on a flight who weren't, petrified. Didn't take any medication, didn't cry. Normally I'm just like a wreck. And it was good. And then traditionally the flight back has always been the worst one for me, possibly because you've got nothing much to look forward to when you're returning home. But again, wasn't anxious, looked out the window, wanted to sit by the window, wanted to see the plane take off, was kind of fascinated, still didn't take any medication. And I remember thinking to myself, I can do this, I could do this again. And now when I look at planes in the sky, I think, oh God, like when am I next going to go on a plane? It's just bizarre to me, honestly. It's bizarre. I don't see it as Howard having fixed me, but I do see it as it was something that I really wanted, and I was open to the change, and I didn't fight against the change. And I can't even pinpoint how it happened, but I don't think it's about, you've got to be in the mindset to want to change yourself. You can't just sit on a couch for an hour and a half and expect to leave kind of fixed. And I don't even think I needed fixing. I think my brain just needed reprogramming. Anyone who's watching this who has, been petrified to fly or put off a trip or cancelled a trip, it is definitely worth coming to see Howard. I promise you, I've had 16 years of, cancelling flights or deciding to go on boats because I was too scared to fly, or, drinking alcohol with medication, which I shouldn't have been doing, petrified, and I feel like a different person. So it's definitely worth being open-minded. And I'm really glad that I did it. I feel like it's benefited my family, and my children, aren't going to be scared of flying because they're not going to pick up my anxiety on the plane.